Welcome Wizards and Warriors to the reveal of the 98th and 99th card coming to NOG. Tomorrow I will be revealing the 100th card to NOG, so leave your final guesses of what it's going to be in the comments below. But first, a few balance changes. Starting off with balance changes, dice has just had its damage separate from its ability. 0 damage, but its ability, you roll a dice and you add that to your attack, which means it still plays the exact same. Knuckle Dusters, now you gain 2 damage for every 1 HP, so if you're at 1 HP when you use it, you gain plus 8 damage to your attack. Then we have Santa, who now has 3 damage for ho ho ho. Elemental Fly Trap, now you get 2 less coin flips when checking attack hits, so if you're against a fly, you will always be able to hit them, but if they have a fly and a fog machine, then it's only minus 2 out of the 3. Then we have Remote Explosive. Now it's at the end of its 3rd turn, it will explode, so that gives you 2 moves before it explodes, where you can, for instance, increase its damage. And lastly, Frog Wizard are getting a buff. Any card you hit or hits you will lose 1 damage. So if they attack you, they will lose 1 damage. And also when you attack, they lose 1 damage. And also that the Broken Mirror does not work against Dracula because vampires can't see their own reflection. So here, if there was a Broken Mirror, Dracula is able to hit the Broken Mirror and get nothing reflected back. Of course, still using the Broken Mirror, but because he's a vampire, they can't see their own reflection, so nothing is reflected. That also goes for if he had attacked them, then you tried reflecting the last hit, it wouldn't happen because he can't see his own reflection. Slight change to attacking, you are able to attack twice as long as it's a different team and a different card that hasn't attacked yet. This means in a one-on-one, you can attack your own team, so Rusty Wizard healing off a gingerbread house, and then use a different card that has not attacked to attack your opponent. Of course, in games with more than one player, you can use Rusty Wizard to attack player 2, and then a card that hasn't attacked, Pumpkin Knight, to attack player 3. However, if you charge any of the cards, no other card is allowed to attack, and that also goes for if any cards have attacked, no other cards are allowed to charge. Charging takes up a whole attacking go, and you're not allowed to attack in any other sense. However, if a card is just normally attacking, you're able to attack another team with another card. You cannot attack the same team twice in one move. It's not like the table. When the table attacks, all the other cards attack, except for the fact that would only count as the table attacking, and these cards would still technically not have attacked, so they would be able to attack other teams because the table had forced them to attack. Now, the 98th card coming to NOG is Blackjack. Dealing himself into the game, Blackjack is the 98th card. 11 HP, and its ability, on placement, shuffle an entire deck of cards, and when attacking, you take the top 2 ones and deal the lowest one as damage. And also, if you ever draw an ace, you get to add the 2 cards together. Ace is equal to 11 damage, any face card is equal to 10 damage. Looking at it, I will play it, and then I will take an entire deck of cards and shuffle them however I please. These can be kept at the side of the board so that when Blackjack attacks, you draw the top 2 cards, and you deal the lower one as damage. Here we have a king and a 7. Of course, that means I'm dealing 7 damage. And if you ever pull an ace, you get to add it to the other one. So ace being 11 damage, plus a jack, which is a face card, so it's 10 damage. So a total of 21 damage for this roll. And if we look again, an 8 and a queen is more than an 8, therefore I'd be dealing 8 damage when I attack. If you ever happen to factory reset Blackjack, that would reshuffle all the cards, taking any cards you have drawn and shuffling them back into the deck. That also goes for if you had a chameleon that copied Blackjack's ability, you would get to reshuffle the cards again. And if there's a chameleon and a Blackjack both with the same ability, then they will both draw from the same pile. So that'd be Blackjack attacking, then the chameleon attacking. They would both take from the same pile. And with Lucky Clover, if I ever draw 2 cards, and for instance, this is a 3 and a king being much more than a 3, I deal 3 damage, I can choose to retake this, and then draw a jack and a king being higher, but they're both worth 10, so I'll be dealing 10 damage. So you can retake any card picks using the Lucky Clover, of course, once per turn. If Blackjack is to charge his attack, you will, again, draw the top 2 cards. Here we have 2 4s, so I'm going to charge 4 damage, and that would be kept on the card. And then the next time, you draw again. Here I'm dealing 10 damage, being 10 lower than a jack, which means I then get my 4 charge damage plus the 10 that I just drew. The 99th card coming to NOG is Flame Soul. Blazing into the game, Flame Soul is, of course, the 99th card. 11 HP, 4 damage with its Honeycomb Hammer, and its ability. Every time you skip a go, increase the multiplier for your next attack by 1. So, the first time you skip, it'll be times 2, then times 3, then times 4, then times 5, and so on. If you were to skip a go, that would give you a times 2 multiplier to start, and then if I was to charge at any point, it would charge what you would normally charge, so here, just 4, it would not use up your multiplier. Then when you attack, it would be your charge plus normal, so 8 times the multiplier, so 2, 16 damage. The multiplier is separate and only takes action when you attack. Increasing or charging your damage will not use up your multiplier. And again, the multiplier only increases by 1 every time you skip a go. Having something like Cauldron, which gives you an extra spell, skipping the extra spell does not increase your multiplier. Only when you skip an actual turn. And remember, the 100th card will be coming out tomorrow, so leave your last guesses in the comments down below. Again, in the description, I will be leaving the document so you can see it online. But that is all for today. Blackjack and Flame Soul in the game. Every deck has 2 of them. Thanks for watching, and remember to come back tomorrow for the 100th card coming to NOG. Thank you all.